Hi, welcome to the second video I've ever recorded. This video is going to be about my thoughts regarding anonymity on the internet and my own personal feelings on the idea. I want to be very clear, starting this off, this is my feelings, this is how I approach the internet, and this is how I've always viewed the internet for myself. This is not an indictment on you if you feel differently about what the internet is or what it provides for you as an individual. This is purely my reaction to things I read and my personal processing of those things and how I interpreted it. Okay, we laid ground rules, personal feelings, not laying rules. To give context, I watch Philip DeFranco a lot for news and stuff because he's fun, he's enjoyable, gives me enough that I can kind of know what's going on at a level that makes me feel like I'm not an ape. A lot of news doesn't interest me. I like to just kind of know at least some things that are going on, and it's enough for that. So this whole drama came up recently of this individual. I don't even remember their name. I'm probably gonna butcher their Twitter handle. It's something about like libs of TikTok or something, and I don't know the details. So like, don't quote me on the details. You're like, well, actually, you really didn't get the whole story. Oh, because I didn't. Okay. But one of the common themes I saw really being brought up with this whole thing was this idea of the internet and the anonymity of the internet. And I want to say this because it's always been something hard for me to understand. And it may be just because I have a different personality and I have a different perspective on this. But I have never really valued... I'm context, I play games. I really like games. And I really like interacting in a lot of online spaces. I've never particularly valued the anonymity of the internet. I would actually say that I'm pretty... I almost don't value it at all. Contextually, the channel name is Zan Reed. It's my name. Hi. It's me. This is me. I like the idea of consistency and logical, like, I guess you could say, logical consistency throughout my interactions. So, like, I believe that if you were to meet me in person and you have interacted with me online before, you'd be like, okay, that's Zan. I recognize how Zan acts, how he talks, how he treats people, because the way he treats me in person is the same way I saw him treating people online. That's very settling for me. It's very simple. It's very nice. And it makes me feel at peace. And so to me, I don't say I'm not a very private person. Is probably a very good way to say it. I'm not really worried about. I just, I guess to me, it's hard to describe. I'm very comfortable with my. I don't say comfortable with my failures because that's not fair. I can get very insecure and self-conscious, but I'm willing to own failures that I make in any space. Like for me, if online Zan makes a bad statement, makes a bad take, that's no different than in-person Zan doing that same thing. These are the same person. I'm making the same calls. I'm making these decisions, so it should be tied to the same entity. And so that's very nice for me. I don't have to partition anything off. I don't have to think about like information control. I know that wherever I'm interacting, I'm always Zan, and it's always the information of Zan. I'm always presenting the persona of Zan, and that stability is actually very settling for me. So that's the first thing. And it's weird because like I feel like a bit of a crazy person here because I'll read all these things when people talk about the value of the anonymity of the internet and how it's this like amazing thing, and like I it's strange for me because I don't seem to value it. I don't feel like I value it at all. That I almost want people to know it's me. I want people to be able to see whatever I said anywhere. This is Zan, and this is all who Zan is. And for better or for worse, by the way, right? And so like one thing is, if I made a bad statement and like I can learn and grow from that statement, I made a bad statement. That's it. That's the end of the story. I'm a flawed person. Congratulations. We all figured it out. Zan is just as fucked up as the rest of us. Cool. Probably bleep that out. But I don't want to pretend that I'm not this, and I don't want to have to compartmentalize my interactions. I want everything to be me, and I want everyone to be able to know who I am based on my actions, because I want, and based on what I say, because I want that to define me. And I don't want to have to tell people what I am. I don't have to put on an act and convince people I'm something. I want to be me, and I want the me that I am everywhere that I ever am to be something worth interacting with. And so I guess I'm really struggling with this idea of internet anonymity, because for me and how I view the world in my personal biases, I struggle to see the value of it. And that's probably also because I'm come from a place of privilege where like my family could potentially help me if like there was some sort of terrible backlash for something I screwed up. And so that might be very much a bias of myself and a short-sightedness by me. But for me, I always want to be someone, I don't want to say who sticks by what I say, because that's an insane take. I never want to be someone who sticks by what I say. I've had plenty of takes in my life that were just absolutely garbage. I could look back at them and say, wow, that was a really stupid version of Zan that came up with that idea. But I want to be someone that is unapologetically me everywhere. And then because I am that person, because I force myself to wrestle with the failures and inadequacies that I am, that it teaches me and allows me to learn, so that hopefully the Zan of tomorrow is far more capable and intelligent than the Zan of today. Because I think that's the most important thing to me, is not that I optically look good. Although I'd like to. That's good. It's not a bad thing to be optically good. But I would rather look bad and become better for it than look good and remain to be limited or otherwise thoughtless. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up my thoughts. Anymore, I'll be ranting and kind of hashing out the same points. If you listen to this, thank you. If you didn't, you didn't. So anyways, bye.